Murder in a Small Town Season 2. Explain what happens when paradise hides deadly secrets. Welcome back to Gibson's, where the bodies never stop washing ashore and Police Chief Carl Alberg is about to face his most challenging season yet. If you thought Season 1 was intense, you haven't seen anything yet. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into Murder in a Small Town Season 2, the crime drama that's been absolutely crushing it on Fox. We're talking cast updates, character developments, plot revelations, and what you can expect when the show returns this fall. For those who missed Season 1, this Canadian mystery drama follows Carl Alberg, played by Rossif Sutherland, a big city detective who moves to the quiet coastal town of Gibsons, British Columbia, thinking he'll finally get some peace. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. The series is based on L.R. Wright's award-winning Carl Alberg book series, and let me tell you, the show has been doing the source material justice. Season 1 gave us 8 episodes of gripping murder mysteries, complex character dynamics, and that slow-burn romance between Carl and librarian Cassandra Lee, played by the incredible Kristin Kreuk. And now, Fox has renewed the show for not just a second season, but they've expanded it to 10 episodes. That's right, 25% more murder, mystery, and small-town drama. So let's break down everything we know about Season 2. Before we jump into what's coming, let's quickly recap where Season 1 left us. Because context matters in crime dramas. The first season followed Carl Alberg as he adjusted to life in Gibsons after leaving behind the chaos of big city police work. Each episode brought a new mystery, showcasing Carl's world-class detective skills as he peeled back the layers of this seemingly idyllic coastal town. Turns out, paradise has a dark side. Throughout the season, we watched Carl develop a relationship with Cassandra Lee, the town's passionate librarian who has her own dreams for improving the community. Their chemistry was undeniable, but both characters were dealing with their own baggage. Cassandra was trying to establish an art center and became increasingly interested in local politics, while Carl was battling his own demons from his past. The supporting cast really shined too. We had Sergeant Sid Sokolowski, played by Aaron Douglas, Carl's right-hand man at the station. Corporal Edwina Yen, portrayed by Maya Lowe, brought fresh energy to the department. And we watched Carl's relationship with his daughter Holly evolve throughout the season. But here's where things got intense. The season finale revealed that a serial killer had been terrorizing Gibsons all along. Tommy Cummins, a local art teacher played by Noah Reid, turned out to be an unlikely but absolutely chilling serial killer. The twist? His portraits of women were actually depicting his victims. When Carl made the connection between Tommy's artwork and photographs of murder victims, he realized they were dealing with someone who had probably killed far more people than anyone imagined. The confrontation between Carl and Tommy was gripping. After a tense standoff, Carl managed to detain the killer. In the interrogation room, Carl confronted Tommy about 3 known murders, demanding to know how many of his portraits depicted other victims. Tommy gave him nothing, but with him in custody, Gibsons could finally breathe easier. And then came that final moment we'd all been waiting for. Carl and Cassandra finally kissed, sealing their relationship and promising to support each other through whatever challenges lay ahead. Cassandra also expressed a desire to run for town council, setting up a major storyline for Season 2. Season 1 ended on January 16, 2025, when Fox officially announced a renewal. The show had been performing exceptionally well, ranking among the top 3 Fox shows on Hulu that season, with the pilot episode alone garnering 11 million viewers across all platforms. That's massive for a crime procedural in today's streaming landscape. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the powerhouse joining the cast. In March 2025, Variety exclusively reported that Oscar winner Marcia Gay Harden has been cast as a series regular for Season 2, and her character is going to shake things up in a major way. Harden plays Mayor Christy Holman, and she's described as a beloved figure in the community who's also a consummate political operator. Here's what makes her character so interesting. She's still a practicing doctor, so she genuinely has the best interests of the people of Gibsons at heart. But, and this is a big but, sometimes she lets her personal interests take precedence over the community's needs. Murder in a Small Town Season 2 is shaping up to be even better than the first season, and that's saying something. With Marcia Gay Harden bringing gravitas to the political arena, new characters adding depth to the police department, and Carl and Cassandra navigating the complicated intersection of love and public service, we're in for one hell of a ride. The show premieres Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Fox, with episodes available the next day on Hulu. That's just around the corner, folks. Now I want to hear from you. What are you most excited about for Season 2? Are you Team Carl, believing the police department needs the funding? Or are you Team Cassandra, thinking arts and social programs should be priority? How do you think Mayor Holman is going to manipulate the situation? And what kind of murder mysteries do you want to see this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you're excited for Season 2, smash that like button. If you want more coverage of murder in a small town, including episode breakdowns and theories as the season progresses, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Also, let me know if you want to do a deep dive on the original Carl Albert book series by L.R. Wright, comparing the novels to the show's adaptation. I think that could be really interesting for longtime fans. Thanks so much for watching. I'm counting down the days until September 23rd, and I hope you are too. See you in Gibsons, where paradise always hides a body or two. Until next time, stay suspicious, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video. So what can fans realistically expect when Season 2 premieres on September 23rd, 2025? First, expect the show to maintain its atmospheric storytelling. Murder in a Small Town has always excelled at using the coastal British Columbia setting as more than just a backdrop. The beauty of Gibsons contrasts sharply with the darkness of crimes, creating this unsettling juxtaposition that keeps viewers on edge. The cinematography in Season 1 was stunning, and there's no reason to think Season 2 will be any different. Second, expect more complex cases. With Carl's expanded jurisdiction and an increase from 8 to 10 episodes, the writers have more canvas to work with. We're likely to see cases that span multiple episodes, more intricate investigations, and possibly crimes that connect across different communities within Carl's new jurisdiction. Third, expect the political drama to be just as compelling as the murder mysteries. Marcia Gay Harden joining as Mayor Holman signals that the show is deepening its exploration of small-town politics. This isn't just window dressing. The political conflicts will directly impact the investigations. Limited resources mean tough choices. Cassandra's council work puts her in direct opposition to what Carl needs. Mayor Holman is playing chess, while everyone else is playing checkers. This is going to be fascinating to watch unfold. Fourth, expect Carl and Cassandra's relationship to be tested, but not broken. The show has invested too much in their connection to throw it away for cheap drama. Instead, we're going to see two people who love each other trying to navigate professional and ideological differences. That's more realistic and ultimately more satisfying than manufactured relationship drama. Fifth, expect deeper character development for the supporting cast. Season 1 introduced us to these characters, but Season 2 is where they'll really shine. Sid, Edwina, Isabella, and Andy all have more story to tell. And with new characters like Layla bringing history with Carl, we're going to learn more about Carl's past in Minneapolis and what drove him to leave the big city. Sixth, expect emotional moments. Malcolm Jamal Warner's final performance in Episode 3 is going to hit hard. The show will likely include a tribute to the late actor, and his character's story about being a protective father suspected of murder sounds like it's going to be gut-wrenching. Seventh, expect the show to tackle relevant social issues. With Todd's character representing homelessness and Layla dealing with addiction recovery, Murder in a Small Town is showing it's not afraid to address real problems facing communities. These aren't just plot devices. They're reflections of actual issues that small towns grapple with. And finally, expect quality. The show ranks in the top 3 Fox programs on Hulu, has garnered millions of viewers, and has proven it can deliver compelling crime drama. Fox's confidence in expanding the season shows they believe in the product, and the creative team has every reason to maintain the high bar they set in Season 1. And then there's Joshua Close, from Fargo and Killers of the Flower Moon, playing a character named Todd, who's described as a homeless man in the town. This is a fascinating addition because it brings attention to social issues within Gibson's. Remember, Cassandra is pushing for a social safety net, and Todd's character could be a living example of why that funding is so desperately needed. His presence also opens up storytelling opportunities about the people who fall through the cracks in small communities. Of course, our core cast is returning. Rossif Sutherland and Kristen Kruk are back as Carl and Cassandra, continuing to navigate their relationship while dealing with increased professional pressures. Aaron Douglas returns as Sergeant Sid Sokolowski, Maya Lowe as Corporal Edwina Yen, Savannah Spracklin as Isabella Harbud, Fritzy Clevens Destin as Constable Andy Kendrick, and Dakota Guppy as Holly, Carl's daughter. Now, there's something bittersweet I need to mention. Malcolm Jamal Warner, the legendary actor from The Cosby Show, filmed a guest appearance for Season 2 before his tragic death in July 2025. He drowned while swimming off the coast of Costa Rica during a family vacation. He was only 54 years old. His episode is set to air on October 7th, 2025, which will be his final on-screen performance. Warner plays Richard Buscombe, a protective father who becomes the lead suspect in a murder investigation when his ex-wife is killed shortly after returning to town. The character is described as someone still heartbroken years after his divorce, wearing his anger and pain on his sleeve, but whose only goal in life is keeping his daughter safe. It's going to be an emotional episode, knowing it's Warner's last work, and I have no doubt he delivered a powerful performance. And so, what's actually going to happen in Season 2? Let's break down what we know about the plot and how our characters are evolving. First and foremost, Carl's jurisdiction has expanded. This is a game changer. He's no longer just dealing with murders in the immediate Gibson's area. His responsibilities now cover a wider region. This means an increased caseload with limited resources. The official Season 2 description states that Carl will have contend with more cases than ever before, and we're going to see him stretched thin trying to maintain the same level of investigative excellence with a department that's already understaffed. This is where the tension with Cassandra really heats up. Kristen Kruk confirmed in a recent interview with Deadline that Cassandra has officially been elected to the town council. She's pursuing her vision of creating a social safety net for the community and securing arts funding. These are noble goals, but they directly conflict with what Carl needs: more funding for the police department and additional personnel. In Kruk's words, Cassandra's always been focused on enriching her small community. She did it through the library for years, but now she wants to make a bigger impact. She started this journey at the end of Season 1, when she realized the arts center she envisioned could only happen through council involvement. Now that she's actually on the council, she's trying to accomplish what she set out to achieve, but she's running into major roadblocks. And one of those roadblocks? Mayor Christy Holman and the town's financial limitations. Imagine being Cassandra, fighting for community programs you believe in, while your boyfriend is telling you his department desperately needs more money to handle an expanding workload. It's a recipe for conflict, and Rossif Sutherland described it as a butting of heads just for practicalities of his needs. But here's what's beautiful about this show. It's not going to turn Carl and Cassandra into enemies. Sutherland emphasized that while they might not always see eye to eye on policy, they're navigating these challenges as a couple. There's still some tiptoeing, still a delicate dance around these issues, but it's all built on a foundation of love. They're trying to figure out how to maintain their relationship while being on opposite sides of important community debates. The Season 2 premiere logline gives us a taste of what's coming. During a heated argument between a husband and wife, things get out of control. This suggests our first case involves domestic violence or a crime of passion. The logline continues. Cassandra wins a final council seat in Gibson's, but Mayor Holman makes Carl Alberg an offer that would interfere with Cassandra's plans. This is huge. What kind of offer would the mayor make that would put Carl at odds with Cassandra's council agenda? Is it additional funding for the police department in exchange for Carl opposing Cassandra's initiatives? Is it a promotion or expanded role that would consume more of his time? Whatever it is, it's going to test their relationship early in the season. Based on the structure of Season 1, we can expect Season 2 to continue the Case of the Week format while building overarching storylines. The show is based on L.R. Wright's 9-book series, and according to reports, Season 1 adapted 4 to 5 of the novels, leaving 3 to 4 books for Season 2. This means we're going to see storylines pulled directly from the source material, which is exciting for fans of the books. The official character description states that Mayor Holman will complicate life for both Carl and Cassandra, using the competing priorities of the community to advance her own agenda. This is huge because Cassandra is now on the town council, pushing for arts funding and social safety nets, while Carl's police department desperately needs more funding and personnel since his jurisdiction has expanded. Mayor Holman is positioned right in the middle of this conflict, and you can bet she's going to play both sides. Marcia Gay Harden is coming off her role in CBS's So Help Me Todd, and bringing her dramatic chops to murder in a small town is going to elevate the political intrigue to a whole new level. This isn't just going to be about solving murders anymore. It's about navigating small-town politics, budget battles, and power dynamics. But that's not all. In July 2025, 3 more actors were added to the cast as series regulars. First up is Bethany Brown, known for her work on The Good Doctor and Watson. She's playing Corporal Layla Jackson, and here's where it gets interesting. Layla is Carl's former co-worker from Minneapolis. She's joining the Gibsons Police Department, but she's also a recovering alcoholic struggling with sobriety. This adds a deeply personal element to the police procedural aspect of the show. Having someone from Carl's past show up brings history, complications, and the potential for Carl's old life to collide with his new one. Next, we have Marcy T. House, who you might recognize from iZombie and Tracker. She's playing Angela Clyburn, a detail-oriented medical examiner. Every good crime drama needs a solid me, and Angela sounds like she's going to bring precision and expertise to the investigations. The fact that she's detail-oriented suggests she'll be catching things others might miss, which should be crucial in solving Gibson's most complex cases.